Largest farmland owner, the just strict farmland, is Bill Gates. He owns 245,000 acres of farmland.
Yeah.
Jeff Bezos, who's just really ramping up his money, has 420,000 acres of land.
Yeah.
This is what's happening. Bill Gates looks all around the world and understands that the farmland and food is going to be an important thing. This is going to be an important issue going forward. The largest farm
has been snatching up 242,000 acres of farmland across the US, enough to make him the top private farmland owner in America. According to the Land Report, the tech billionaire has been purchasing agricultural land for years, building a massive portfolio of farmland in 18 states. His largest holdings are more than 69,000 acres in Louisiana, almost 48,000 acres in Arkansas, and about 20,500 acres in Nebraska. Additionally, he has a stake in 25,750 acres of traditional land in Phoenix, Arizona, which is being developed as a new suburb. It's not clear how Gates' farmland is being used or whether any of the land is being set aside for conservation. This is not Gates' only foray into agriculture. In 2008, the Bill and Melinda Gates Foundation announced $306 million in grants to promote high-yield, sustainable agriculture among farmers in sub-Saharan Africa and South Asia. The foundation also invested in the development of supercrops resistant to climate change and higher-yield dairy cows. While Gates may be the country's biggest farmland owner, he's not the largest individual landowner. According to the Land Report's list of the top 100 American landowners, Liberty Media chair John Malone is the largest landowner with 2.2 million acres of ranches and forests.
Alright, shalom. First and foremost, I take all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahasham Yahweh Shai, Bahasham Makakadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone and rule well. Salutation to the Aki, I'm preaching the truth to the four corners of the earth in sincerity. This is your brother Yakal coming to you with another lesson. Lord's willing to be edifying. As the title reads, they know famine is coming. The elites know famine is coming because they are the ones pushing forced farming. Right, so they're buying up all the lands. Why are they so interested in buying up farmlands all of a sudden? You understand? Their main goal was buying up, material to make devices and materials to make, certain things. Tech companies, these billionaires buying up farmlands now because they know what's coming. They know that the food that they're going to be giving us is GMO, unhealthy shit, and then they're gonna have all the food for themselves, all the land, because if the land that they're buying up is not used for crops, in that time it's gonna be used for concentration camps, for building all sorts of different places just to keep the men of the Lord, right? And that's what I was saying in one of my last videos. Through the Spirit, I believe that when it is they're gonna implement a bill that when you can't pay bills in your house, they're gonna lock you up. Because they know the men of the Lord, they're not going to bow to the system. So to be in line with the system, you're going to have to take that mark of the beast. And taking that mark, right, means that you're going to have to be paying bills. That's the only way you're going to be able to pay bills. Because everything's going to be digital, right? And they know this. But they're going to push the forced farming. So when they push this farming, everyone going to feel it. That's why bills increasing right now. The cost of living going up. You understand? Food getting very expensive where you can't afford to pay for food. Certain things we used to buy in the grocery for 100, now it's coming up to nothing. Right? You used to spend spending 300 to 400, now you had to spend 1 to 2. That's the times we're living in. Right? I want to start off in the book of Ezekiel. Right? Ezekiel chapter 14. Let's bear with me here. Ezekiel, the 14th chapter, and start from verse 13. It says, Son of man, when the land sinneth against me by trespassing grievously, then will I stretch out my hand upon it, and will break the staff of the bread thereof, and will send famine upon it, and will cut off man and beast from it. Understand it? When the land trespass against the Lord grievously, the Lord say He caused the place to get dark. because it is evil. Everyone in it is evil. So the Lord allow it to get dark. You understand? And then too, the Lord says that indignation is what 2/3 of Israel is going to feel, and also the other nations. They're going to feel the Lord's indignation by Esau, his sword, which is the Lord's sword, doing all these abominations in the earth and pushing a forced famine, but it's really the Lord. So no matter what Esau is doing, the Lord is using him to do it. You understand? Let me see if I get an next precept here. Because it's something right for 2/3. Right? Let's bear with me here. Right, just now. I believe it's the book of Job. I'm going to jump Salakia, Ezekiel 14, and I'll read verse 21 first and then jump. Right, this is Ezekiel 14 and 21. It says, "For thus saith the Lord power, how much more when I send my 4 sword judgments upon Jerusalem, the sword and the famine and the noisome beast and the pestilence to cut off from it man and beast. Right? Yet behold, therein shall be left a remnant that shall be brought forth, both sons and daughters. Behold, they shall come forth unto you, and ye shall see their way and their doings, and ye shall be comforted concerning the evil that I have brought upon Jerusalem, even concerning all that I have brought upon it." So understand this. Within all the drama that is going to be taking place and all the famine, the Lord is going to be taking care of the elect. The elect is going to be miraculously eaten. They're going to be miraculously surviving, not looking anywhere, anyhow, because we train ourselves to eat. So we train ourselves to not eat, right? We train ourselves to be hungry. We train ourselves to fast. That's why the Lord say, not only we shall not live by bread alone, but by every word that come out of the words of the Bible. That's roughly paraphrasing. We shouldn't live by bread alone, but by the Holy Spirit, understanding that these are the things that sustain us. These are the things that are going to keep us stable in time to come. Right? So within all that's taking place, the Lord is going to have a remnant. And this is why I bring it out, because the famine, the Lord say, there be spirits created for vengeance. Now let me get that real quick. In Sirach 39. Let's Sirach 39. And leave 28. Right, it says there be spirits that are created for vengeance, which in their fury lay on sore strokes. So in the spirits that are created for vengeance, don't feel that famine is not a spirit as well. Famine is a spirit that's going to be passing on the earth. You understand? It says, "In the time of destruction they pour out their force and appease the wrath of him that made them." So by famine, the spirit of famine passing on the earth is going to please the Lord. And when it please the Lord, is a lot of people, they're seeing the ribs touching, a lot of people dying. And the Lord said it is better to die by the sword than by famine. Let me see if I get that precept real quick, because it says pine away. Lamentations 4 and 9. It says, "They that be slain with the sword are better than they that be slain with hunger. For these pine away stricken through for want of the fruits of the field." When it says pine away, somebody that die by famine, they slowly die. You understand? Your body start to dry up. Your lips start to dry up. It start to crack up. Your tongue start to get dry. Your insides start to eat away at each other, because when your body doesn't have food, it has the muscle to survive on. So it start to eat away at your muscle. It start to see your ribs showing. And it's a slow death, slow and painful. That's why it's easier to die by the sword. By the sword you just die. You understand? But when you die by famine, you're pining away, stricken through the fruit of the field. You want the fruit of the field, so like, yeah, you understand? Which is food. You want food, you need food, water, any substance, just to hold you up. Because a man could survive on water, and 2-3 days, you don't eat, but you're surviving on water. And that's why we train our bodies to fast, so that we wouldn't be under that headlock, under submission to the flesh, under submission to always eating. That's why certain men who in that glutton spirit always eating, they should check themselves, because we not telling we are in a time where the scriptures say the righteous shall be what's the word? Contended. I don't think the word is contended. Wow. Shall be. Let's see. The word is not contended. The word is when somebody is satisfied. Let's see. Let's bear with me here, Baba Kusha. Let's bear with me because this scripture, right, yapa. There's another yapa one. With Psalms 22, the meek shall eat and be satisfied. They shall praise the Lord that seek him. Your heart shall live forever. Right? It has one where it says the righteous shall be satisfied. And that's what I'm really looking for. Because the men of the Lord, the righteous is who the Lord is going to be dealing with. The scripture says, shall evil be recompensed for good? Right? I can't find a precept right now. But you know, through the spirit of doing this video, evil, let's bear with me, evil be recompensed let's know. Jeremiah 18 and 20, right? It says, shall evil be recompensed for good? For they have digged the pit for my soul. And this is Jeremiah pleading with the Lord, because Jeremiah come to pray for them, you understand, and mourn for them while what we doing out on the highways and byways. But then what? Shall evil be recompensed for good? Shall the Lord, the scripture said, the name of the Lord is a strong tower. They that hear it run into it and are safe, right? So the men of the Lord are the only ones running into the name of the Lord right now, calling upon Yahweh Hashem, Yahweh doing the thing that the Lord require. So when the scripture that I was looking for, where it said the righteous shall be satisfied, that goes for the righteous, right? The Lord say, they shall thirst. Right? And this Matthew 5 and 6 yapa, because it says, blessed are they which do hunger and thirst after righteousness, because this is what we hunger and thirst after. We not hunger and thirst after this place where we don't where they trust in it. You understand? One of the things the men said when the wildfires burn away Hawaii, he would say he angry at the leaders, he angry at the government. He says, where were they? You understand? And the same thing they gonna ask in famine. Where was the government? Where was the people that you trust in? Isaiah 31. You understand? Where were they when it was pining away? You understand? Your ribs touching each other. Where were they? They're not gonna be able to help, because the Lord sent that famine. The Lord said He sent them spirits for vengeance. Right? So no man can turn back what the Lord sent. Well, this is not the precept I'm looking for. Right? The scripture I'm looking for is where the Lord said they shall be thirst. Before I get back into the lesson, bear with me here. Alright. Just bear with me a little bit. And there's another precept I'm looking for that I wouldn't mind to really look for too much, because I don't want to go back into the lesson. Right? So from Jeremiah, I'll jump from Jeremiah 18, right? And I'll go straight into Job 5. This is the book of Job chapter 5 and verse 20, I believe. It says, in famine he shall redeem thee from death, and in war from the power of the sword. Because we're going back to they shall thirst, but ye shall drink. They shall be a hungered, and ye shall eat. Right? This is what the Lord promised unto us. And that's why the Lord say, if you have faith as a mustard seed, because the Lord actually waiting to see when there is no more faith on the earth, to magnify the strength of the men of the Lord. You understand? Because they as the book of Wisdom of Solomon, right? Wisdom of Solomon, the 12th chapter, and I believe the 12th verse. Let me see. Now jump from to 17. Right. For when men will not believe that thou art a full power, right? Men will not believe the Lord at full power. You understand? They feel that some other God, they trust in the other gods, they trust in the system, however the case may be. Right? And among them that know it, when men will not believe that thou art a full power, thou showest thy strength. Right? The Lord show his strength, and the Lord show his strength in many ways. Famine, pestilence, this, that. The deliverance of the elect, all these things the Lord showing himself, keeping us eating while everybody else are thirst, everybody else hungry. Right? The Lord show his strength. Then it says, and among them that know it, which is the men of the Lord, thou makest their boldness manifest. Right? So the boldness that we have within this truth, it manifests. It's something that, no matter how them don't believe, we still believe. You understand? That why it make their boldness manifest. When men not believe, when the Lord is at power, when the Lord show himself, it make us feel it make us feel good. It's like when prophecies popping off, because we've been preaching it. So when prophecies pop off, we feel good in the spirit, because we know we've been talking about it. You understand? And sometimes we want people to see, because it's something that it's you feel within you. You want them to see. You want them to see the judgment. You want them to feel the judgment, because we bear the indignation of the Lord. Right? So this is why we want them to feel it. Right? But the Lord gonna send fire to destroy. He gonna send famine. He gonna send Esau. The troops coming knocking at your door. The Lord gonna send all these things, and this is the Lord's strength. Because the reason why is the Lord's strength, because Esau is the Lord's sword. Not only that Esau is the Lord's sword, but the things that happen and is what the Lord speak about. If the Lord say it, that means they're going to happen. Which he say his words would not return unto him void, going meaning empty. The spirit that down here doing the Lord's will have to return with what the Lord tell them to do and accomplish it. Right? So I'm gonna jump back into book of Ezekiel. I have a precept here, Ezekiel 5 and verse 16. This is the book of Ezekiel 5, chapter 5 and verse 16. It says, when I shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine, and this is the Lord call it the evil arrows of famine that is going to fly and hit its mark. You understand? But if the Lord say 2 years of famine, it's 2 years. However long, because it had famines in the ancient days that was serious. You understand? The Lord say that an ass was sold for, a donkey head was sold for what? For 5 cents. They was even eating dove shit. You understand? And I could get a precept just now. But let me read this. Ezekiel 5 and 16. It says, when I shall send upon them the evil arrows of famine, which shall be for their destruction, and which I will send to destroy you, and I will increase the famine upon you, and will break your staff of bread. They're going to break the staff of bread. He mentioned it again. You understand? The Lord speak it. It will happen. Right? Let me see if I could read 15. I'm going to just read about verse 15, because it's 15 yapa. This is Ezekiel 5 and 15. It says, so it shall be a reproach and a taunt and instruction and an astonishment unto the nations that are round about thee, when I shall execute judgments in anger and in fury and in furious rebukes, I the Lord have spoken it. And this is the thing, and this is why I was just pointing out that the Lord had spoken it. When he say it's going to happen, it's going to happen. Meaning that expect judgments, expect famine. You understand? Expect pestilence on the earth. Expect the heart of many waxing cold, because when famine take place, bet your bottom dollar, a lot of killing going to be taking place, a lot of hearts waxing cold. You understand? We see if I get that. Wax cold. Matthew 24:12. And because of iniquity, which is wickedness on the earth, shall abound, the love of many shall wax cold. Right? Then it goes on to say, he that endure. But the love of many waxing cold is going to cause what? It's going to cause sedition among men. It's going to cause invading. I believe that's 2 Ezra 15. Right? Verse was 17. Verse 19. A man shall have no pity upon his neighbor, but shall destroy their houses with the sword. You understand? With his gun. He come in your house and spoil their goods because of the lack of bread and for great tribulation, because the place will be so wicked. A man coming for your goods. It don't matter what you have, he coming for it, and he coming with the sword. Whether it be a knife, a blade, whatever it is, he coming, your brother. It could be anybody. You understand? They coming for your goods because you have and they don't have. You understand? That's why a lot of people investing in guns. A lot of people investing in all kind of different things to protect themselves. But the Lord say what? When they say peace and safety, then sudden destruction cometh. So they're coming for the ones that think they're in safety as well too. The Lord coming for them. He's sending things for them. Right? Let me see if I get go back into Ezekiel, what, the 6th chapter this time. Because a lot of the scriptures about famine is in Ezekiel. Ezekiel, the 6th chapter and verse what, 12. I wonder if this is the ancient days. No. This is Ezekiel 6:12. He that is far off shall die of pestilence. Let me see. Yeah, can. He that is far off shall die of the pestilence, and he that is near shall fall by the sword. And he that remaineth and is besieged shall die by the famine. Thus will I accomplish my fury upon them. And this yapa. You understand? Because if you ain't die by the sword, what the Lord telling you, there's no escape in this verse. If you ain't die by the sword, right, you ain't die by the pestilence, you ain't die by some beast, because the Lord said the dogs to tear. And I'll get that precept just now. Right? It says, if you ain't die by the beast or the field, all these things, then you're going to die by the famine. And it says, thus will I accomplish my fury upon them, and it will happen. You understand? We'll go back to the scripture where I said it had a famine in Israel. Let's look for dove. So like here. Famine and dove. 2 Kings 6:25. And there was a great famine in Samaria, and behold, they besieged it until an ass's head was sold for 80 pieces of silver. So a donkey head was expensive. There was cooking donkey heads because the famine was so great that a donkey head was expensive, right? And the 4th part of a cab of dove's dung for 5 pieces of silver. So dove shit was more expensive than a donkey head, which has meat. You understand? They were eating dove shit. And bet your bottom that these things going to come back, where famine is going to be in full effect. You understand? You don't speak about famine, you don't speak about cannibalism. Talk about a woman eating her son. You understand, Messi? And we did eat him. Right. I'll just put a woman. So okay, let me see if I find it. Second Kings 6:29. Right? So this is after they done the 2 women. I'm gonna see if I get the whole point, right? Baba Kusha. This is 2 Kings 6:28. And the king said unto her, What Eli did? And she answered, This woman said unto me, Give thy son that we may eat him today, and we will eat my son tomorrow. So they was debating on eating your son today, and we eat my son tomorrow. So we boiled my son and did eat him. You understand? That's the time we had an end too. They ain't come in your house to get your goods alone. They might come to get your children to eat them, or to eat you. They might come and chain up and tie up the whole house. Y'all feel we had a nice time? The times we had is terrible times. Where we're going to have to beg the Lord to forgive us and be with us and comfort us. You understand? Because the comforter, we had to beg the Lord that we worthy to escape. The scripture says that he may be worthy to escape all these things. Right? So continuing, it says, where I reach, right, and we did eat him, and I said unto her the next day, Give thy son that we may eat him. And she had hid her son, because she still loved her son. When she catch herself and she eat something, you understand? She catch herself. But you never know if it is she hide her son because she wanted to eat him for herself. She didn't want to share. The famine was so dread that when after you share a whole child of a woman's own, you don't want to share your own child. You want to eat that for yourself. You understand? You know, just say she catch herself and she was guilty. You understand? She hid her son. Right? So let me get our next precept here. Alright. The times we had and then it's going to be terrible and dread upon the face of the earth. You understand? Because all these curses turning on the heathens rapidly. Let me see if I got a precept here. Jeremiah. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 24, and verse 10. And it reads, And I will send the sword, the famine, and the pestilence among them, till they be consumed from off the land that I gave unto them and to their fathers. So no matter where you go, right, as a two-third Israelite, the Lord is going to send the famine to consume you, right? And not only that, but all Jakes are going to feel the famine. It's just that the ones that are wicked and the two-thirds of Israel, they're going to be consumed by it, meaning that it is going to overtake them. Where I was giving the analogy that your ribs going to be touching your back. You're going to be looking like Somalians. Everybody going to be looking like Somalians until they get pine away and die. Because the Lord say it will take them if they survive, certain things. It's the sword, martial law. They're going to have to go through the famine. You understand? And that is just the Lord allowing it to happen. Right? Because the curse is turning on the heathens as well too. Right? And the Lord only dealing with the elect. Let's see if I get a precept in the book of Lamentations, chapter 4, and verse 22. And it reads, I'll read from 21. Rejoice and be glad, O daughter of Edom, that dwellest in the land of Uz. The cup also shall pass through unto thee. Thou shalt be drunken and shalt make thyself naked. So this was directed directly to Esau, because they are the ones pushing the forced farming. They are the ones, buying up all the farmland. Yeah, you think you're saving up enough livestock. You think you're doing something that the Lord don't know. You're not sneaking up on the Lord. The Lord knows exactly what is taking place. You're not doing the Lord anything. You understand? But continuing, verse 22. The punishment of thine iniquity is accomplished, O daughter of Zion. You understand? The Lord is done with Israel. You see, when the Lord punished two-thirds of Israel, that is the day. There is no more punishment after that. Strictly punishment for the heathens until